Hello my lovely chappies, I've got another devlog for you. I'm not going to do the intro. Let's go straight to the video because I'm super tired. Alright, amazing. No cringe long intro this time around. Straight to the progress. Last time, in the last video, I showed you guys how I worked on the environment, the world blocks, make the game look a bit prettier, basically. I've added some smoke to the house. I added a option where you can close the door and open the door, and you could even go into the little house, in this case Aidan's house. You could read some lore. Yeah, I made big progress in the last video. This time around, not so much, but I did do a few things. The first thing that you might notice is that the water is looking way better. In the previous game, the water was just like almost like a horizontal line, going slightly up and down. There were some waves formation on it, but I think I completely screwed up the shader that I used previously. So this time around there's actually waves, and I think the little foam edge shape around the grip map looks way more pretty. And also, and this is pretty cool, I made it so that objects can float in the water. I always love it how UK folks say water. We all like them physics. Isn't that great? I think I tweeted like some tweet. Yeah, I'm still calling it a tweet. Sue me. All game developers think that they invented physics. They just cannot get enough of physics. And that's basically how I feel. I think I put the GIF or GIF, I never know how to say it, of Kylo Ren from Star Wars saying more. Which I always love, like no matter all the different opinions about Star Wars movies, there's always gonna be memes. Is this enough blocks for you, you freaks? Let's see. No, we need more. We need way more cubes. Let's see if we've got enough cubes this time around. It's raining cubes. Hallelujah. I'm so dumb. But this is not just cubes falling, as you can see. These are actually floating in water. And water is not an easy thing to make in video games. That's something that I found out pretty quickly. There's not like a water node that you can add. There's probably somebody who made, I don't know, maybe an add-on for it to have simpler water solutions in video games or in Unity or Unreal. But in Godot, I just had to make it myself. And this is not a tutorial, but it's basically a mesh that has different normals, different height levels. And depending on the shader, you will just make your character float towards the same position of where the shader height is. So whenever it drops below the shader height, you will push the character to, get near the shader height. And I never really thought about that. I was just hoping that I could add a water node to Godot, and then things would just somehow magically float. After the cubes floating in the water, I had to apply it to the character body 3D as well, which was a whole different story because the character body 3D is not the same type of object, so I had to figure out different tricks. But yeah, I made it work, which is pretty cool. And I'm not sure if you saw it, but I also re-added the splash sprite animation, the water splash. I also have 3 different versions of it. There's like a small one, whenever you just do a small jump from a less high altitude. Whenever you do a medium jump, there will be a medium splash, and there will be a big splash. Let's see, can I just go from here? Whee! Yeah, there's a big splash whenever you do that. Oh, also, there's one funny thing initially, and I can just remove some code that I conveniently commented out right over here. I can put this one. Initially, the camera would follow the guy, so let's just go to the parkour that I had set up right over here. Whee! 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 Boom! It would just follow below the surface. So I had to add some code, and I can delete this. This was only for the video. So now I made it so that whenever you are going below the surface, when you are completely submerged, the camera will just stop following you. Whee! Foomp. That's cool, right? I like it how the character is just gone for a second or two. Like you need some time to get back up. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh no, there's another thing that I just added a few minutes ago, and that's that the character will rotate depending on the waves, which is so cool. Look at that. You cannot really see it from with these waves. Let me increase the waves a bit. Let's put the wave scale to 2, which is way too big for this level, but oh, this is interesting. There's like water all over the island. That's kind of cool though. Oh, you know, there was even like I made it so that you move slower whenever you go through water, and I think that was even working. See? That's cool. Unintended, but could be interesting. But the animation will, you know, the sprite will tilt based on the waves. You know, which isn't really a retro thing. Like back in the good old days, you couldn't really rotate sprites like that. But I'm gonna take that. Oh, I'm gonna take a little freedom there. And I don't think I will be adding such an extreme wave height in my actual game, so you don't get to see the tilt as extreme as you can see it right now, but you get the picture. Even a subtle tilt just looks interesting, looks cool. It's like a cool detail. And apart from the code, I obviously also had to make the new animations. Good lord, I've got so many already. Look at that. Where are they? The end? Yeah. I had to come up with swimming idle and swimming move. These are just temporarily, you know. It looks a bit weird when you play it like that. But you get the picture. And the swimming animation, something like this. Still super rough. I want the head to go a bit like this, but I'll fix that later. I was just glad that I was able to put my mind on, you know, the graphics and the animation as well, because creating the code for the waves and the shaders was not easy. I also felt like a complete fraud, to be honest, because I used lots of ChatGPT to help me out, to mix different shaders into one, to take examples from the internet and let it explain to me how it works. And now I got it in my game, but I still feel like I don't really deserve the code because I didn't really come up with it completely by myself. But that's a me problem. I always feel like I'm a fraud. I'm a complete imposter. That's my good old imposter syndrome body in this stupid brain. I always feel sus. That's how you say it, right? We played some Among Us on the different channel, the orange channel, Chap.C plays last weekend. It was super hilarious, pretending to be innocent while you are a murderer. I never played that game whenever everybody was playing it, so it was a super fun experience. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. I think we have around 70 subscribers now. I upload gameplay videos every now and then, and I stream every Sunday. So yeah, thank you for watching this devlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I see you guys around on this channel, the other channel, on Discord, or wherever you see me. Have a good one. Bye bye.